I stood where my people were sold, where people control their destiny, much deeper than what they told. Willie Lynch gave a speech on the bank of the James 300 years later, and I think it's the same. Got the old afraid of the young resent the elders, both pointing the finger, consider the other one as failure. Light-skinned resenting those of a darker hue, both our minds far removed from what we gotta do. Female gets a car, new house has good credit. Her man applying for a job, believing he won't get it. The enemy got some of our women thinking they way better. Black man left behind, so we stay going at it. Too smart for menial tasks, but too black for white collar. So even college grads moving that white powder. Or suck it up, working for $8 an hour. Or create your own job, we can't wait any longer. That piece is called Slave Trail, that I wrote several years ago. Special thanks to Sister Janine Bell, who led us, several other organizations, of course the Nation of Islam, but she led a group of people here in Richmond down this historical march where the slaves were brought to these very docks and marched through Richmond. My daughter, Sadira, is going to read some of the information they put here concerning how this process took place.
In the late 1700s, newly captured Africans walked this route from the docks to the slave jails near 15th and Franklin Streets. Chained at the neck and legs, they were marched at night to avoid the offending citizens with their oozing sores, filth, and stench from the slave ships. From the 1820s, the Civil War, this route was walked the other direction. Richmond shipped surplus slaves to markets like New Orleans for resale to huge sugarcane and cotton plantations. The purposeful breeding and sale of humans became an important part of plantation economics in Virginia.
So as you can see, there's a denial and intentional whitewash and misrepresentation, and they sanitize slavery as though, it's just one of those things. But Richmond, Virginia, which has a lot of money and rich families living out here, are still benefiting from slave labor. America in general is very wealthy because of slave labor. My son Aaron is going to read, paragraph that goes into this historical area.
The ground you are standing on marks the beginning of the historic slave trail, the route leading to the notorious slave jails of Lower Richmond, where enslaved people waited to be sold down the river.
Thank you, Aaron. So hence the term being sold down the river. Right here is where it all began. The Willie Lynch letter, it wasn't necessarily in this particular spot, but he was on the bank of the James River. And so right here in Richmond, Virginia, the seat of the Confederacy, this is a very key city to the American economy because, like I said, this is where pretty much it all started. So special love and thanks to Truth Minister Paul Scott. I hope y'all got something out of it. This is for Black History Month. Share it and spread it. More to come. Peace.